Alright, welcome back to the transformation guide for the Transformers Earthrise Astrotrain here. So here he is in his robot mode. Before we do much of anything else, we can go ahead and take these guns off, or any of the accessories. There's 5 guns, and there's this big huge crate thing, which includes things for his feet and a backpack. So before we transform anything, make sure all of that is off. So we're going to start here with robot mode to rocket mode. So in order to do that, you want to come here and fold his hands all the way back. Spin his wrists around. And there is a peg right here that will go into a slot up here on the wrist. Tab both of those in. And then you will want to kind of spin his arms down and unpeg them and spin them up like this. They do not connect to each other yet, but what you can do here, there we go, raise the camera. What you can do here is you can unpeg, it's easiest to push up here, unpeg all of this, and these little purple tabs here will go into these purple slots here. And that will kind of lock all of this into place here, if you can get it down easy. Now just kind of hold that. Now you want to come down here, unpeg this, make sure you keep holding this. And these 2 panels on each side, pull this out, and that will reveal this little fin here. You can push this down all the way. These pieces here will have to hook over on these pieces right there, if you saw that. And then you can just push these sides down. Now you can take this fin here, and these that little groove there will go between these pieces right there. Kind of click in and kind of hold this all in place here and pull this out. This is the whole thruster piece here. Now these two tabs here will go into these 2 slots back here, like this. It's very tight going in there. Let's see. Make sure it's all lined up. There we go. Alright, make sure it's all lined up. There we go. And it'll just tab on right there. Then you can straighten the wings up. Make sure all this stays back. Now right here, this part here is super weak, and I've heard of a lot of people breaking it. I took just a little nail file and just filed the tops down here, just so I could fold these over without it being super tight. But you gotta fold those over. Come down to his feet, and you kind of gotta pull his feet out here to unpeg this. If you don't do that, it can break, so you gotta pull out and then down on both sides. These will swing around and just tab onto these big gray tabs here with the holes in the feet. Then you want to just kind of get up under here, separate these, peg this whole nose cone assembly in to itself. There we go. And then bring these sections back. Now these sections will go over this whole ledge. It will also kind of maneuver over this whole ledge here. So if you see this, you kind of got to maneuver it over there, all over all that. Get that second piece going there, peg those together, flip it over, get all this tapped in down here, and make sure these stay down. And there we are in rocket mode there. Looking very cool. So then you can take this thing here, and you can just open it all the way up like this, and fold this piece down. You can then take the rocket and just peg it on right there. And that is how you do the launch mode. Getting this out of here. We can now go from rocket to robot mode. So to go from rocket to robot mode, you want to separate this whole section here and the whole nose cone section. Bring these down till they click. Unpeg the feet and pull them out and peg them in right down here. There is a little hole right there that the foot will just peg right into, that I will try to show you here. Oh. So yeah, this piece here just pegs right in there. Bring the little skirt pieces down. We can then come over here, unpeg the thrusters, hook them in right here, and then push them the rest of the way down. Bring the wings back if you want. Kind of separate the arms, bring the fin down, bring this whole section out, fold it down in, and push the sides down. You can then separate the whole wing assembly and bring it down, peg it into the back. Then you can take his arms, click them both into place, swing them around, and push right here to get the fists in. So bring that out, swing it around, push right here, flip the fists out. And he is back in robot mode. Now in robot mode, you can take this thing and just kind of rip this top section off and split it in half. Pull this up, flip this around, and push it back onto this side. And peg these pieces in, like so. You can then peg this into his back and put these on his feet with the tread pieces facing that way. You can also push these little wheels in. And that's supposed to be him in his like taller, like leader class cargo hauling mode that mine doesn't really want to do. But you can just take all that off because you don't need it. So we can get Astrotrain from his rocket mode into his train mode here. You just unpeg these sides and peg them on up here. Separate these. Flip this whole rocket nose cone around. Bring these parts down right here. Like that. Separate these and get these little lights out of here. And then peg these all back together. Then flip it around. Bring this all back and peg it all back into place. All around here. And then take this whole section, unpeg the whole booster section. Get the fin down, bring this all back in here, tab that all in, swing those down. You can then make sure this all stays tabbed in down here. You can take this and tab the boosters back in. Like that. And then fold the wings in on both sides. And bring these down to like halfway and spin these all around. Then you peg this whole section back down. And we have him in his train mode. Hope you find that guide informative. If you did, if that helped you at all, let me know down in the comments below. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, and all that fun stuff. And have a good night.